Chris Guzman, and this is Chris's Cocina. Today we're going to teach you how to make ceviche and cucumber cups. It's an hors d'oeuvre I learned in the Palace, where I used to work over the summer. We used to get this for the weddings. It's a little bit of a Latin American taste with a little bit of America too, also. So first what we're going to do is, we have our cucumber here, okay? The main thing. This is the bed for the ceviche. So we want to cut off the end, make sure that your vegetables are washed. Okay? And we're going to cut them to about half inch to an inch. Okay, so make sure your knife is sharp because a dull knife will bruise your vegetables and that's not going to be pretty. Okay? I already have a lot of these prepared. Just wanted to show you a few. This is called a Parisian scoop. Melon baller. What we want to do is we want to take out the inside where all the seeds are, but we don't want to go all the way through to the bottom. We want to leave this, a little solid on the bottom. So scoop it out, and you can use a spoon as well, but this is more precise. It's going to make it look more even. Okay. Even though this is called a seedless cucumber, they always got seeds in it. So, alright, so after you do this, you're going to want to put them in the refrigerator. So it's time to use them. Also, you can also take off the skin if you wanted to, or you can stripe them. You have a little bit of skin and a little bit of the flesh. Okay? Off to the side. Alright, I just wanted to show you guys how to cut up a few vegetables. Pepper. Okay, everybody knows how to cut pepper, but to make precise cuts, you want to brunoise, I think that's what it's called it. Or half-inch dice. So first what I would do is rip it all out. Okay, take all the membrane inside out. You don't want that fibers. And always have your bowl for your trash. That way, you don't have to keep going into the garbage can. Okay, take that out. First, I would julienne them. Make sure you don't cut your fingers. And then, get a nice dice. Sometimes you have this extra little bit here, it's kind of thick. Me personally, I just cut it off. I mean, it's a little bit of a waste, but it ain't that much. Get rid of it. Alright. See, my knife is never leaving the board when I'm chopping it. Okay? That's pepper. Now me personally, when I cut tomatoes, I don't really like all the inside, all the seeds and whatnot. It's kind of gross, I think. So I rip it out too. Stick it out like this. And the same thing you would do with the pepper, I would do with the tomato. I would julienne them first. And then go for the small dice. I have a bunch already made up. Okay. Now, the scallops. Okay. You use fish, you use shrimp, red snapper fish, fluke, flounder, tilapia. I wouldn't use the white fishes. I wouldn't use too many of the dark flesh skin fish because they're kind of oily, you know, mackerel and bluefish, something like that. So with the scallops, what I would do is I would put it down, put the round part, you know, the face part, put it to the side, cut it in half sideways. There you go, right in half. Now you have two. And then julienne them, We're going to cut them in 1/2 inch dices as well. Julienne first. Okay. You know, these are hors d'oeuvres, so they gotta be bite-sized. There's also a garnier dish, meaning that it's the cold side of cooking. There you go. Right. Chili or jalapeno, use a serrano pepper, any kind of spicy pepper. Okay, make sure you always wear gloves when you're cutting the spicy peppers. And don't touch your face, because you're gonna feel it later. Alright, so I will cut the end off of this. Now the inside of the chili peppers, the seeds, the ribs, those are the spicier parts. Okay, if you don't want it to be intensely spicy, I would remove that. If you don't care, you like the spice, throw it all in. Cut it in half. You might want to use a smaller knife for this, also, so it's more accurate. I'm going to take out all the seeds. I don't feel like burning my house. And you just mince this up for this dish. Okay. What I do on the mince is I put my hand down right here on the blade and I just go with the flow. The knife never leaves the board and your hand's not nowhere near it, so it won't get cut. Okay. Now, I already took out the juice for the lime because we had to make sure that the scallops were in the lime juice already. You would use a citrus reamer of some sort to get fresh lime juice. You don't want to use the bottle stuff because it just doesn't have the same taste. So I already have the scallops here. Another thing, I personally would not use metal bowls to mix this in because sometimes the metal can react with the lemon juice and then you get the taste of the metal. So use a glass bowl or a plastic bowl of some sort. That's just my preference. Sometimes it doesn't, but I taste it. I don't know. I guess I'm finicky like that. Okay. So I've been having this soaked in there for about, I don't know, about an hour and a half, an hour already. I'm going to mix everything into here because it just makes it easier. Okay? So, our tomatoes, we're going to go in. Now, you don't have to have everything separate when you do this. You can throw everything in a bowl all at one time and just dump it all together because it's all going in at the same time. Except for like the oils and stuff, you want to wait until like the end for that. Yeah, pepper. Now, I like onion. The recipe that I have doesn't call for onion, but I like onion. So I'm going to put the onion inside the ceviche because to me, I think that's one of the main like vegetables in the ceviche is onions. They actually, ceviche comes from Latin America, South America, I should say. There's a debate who created it. I'm going to say Peruvian, most likely. But there is other versions of ceviche in different countries, like Panama. They have, I've seen a special where they have like, I don't know, like a restaurant that has like 20 different types of ceviche. You can use popcorn in ceviche, you can use corn nuts, which are what they call choclo in South America. They're like real big corn kernels. Okay, cilantro, you gotta use cilantro because that's just ceviche. And we have a little bit of chive here. You can substitute. Chive is like an onion, you can use scallion. You can omit it, you don't need to have it in. Okay? let this go away some of the salt in there. And our chili pepper. Okay. Mix that up. Okay. And now we're going to throw in the olive oil. Mix that up real good. You can use a spoon. I'm not, and I use my hands. That's what we do. Just make sure you have gloves on. Okay? A little bit of kosher salt, the taste.
That's 10 minutes, Chris.
And a little bit of black pepper to taste. A good mix. Okay. Now, the fun part. Come back over here to our refrigerator. We have those pretty cucumber cups. With a spoon, and get the gloves on because, you know, we need like some flour here as well. Okay. With the spoon, you just take a little bit of the ceviche mixture and place it into the cups. Let's break. Unbelievable. There you go. We're gonna fill the cups. I want to overfill it. You want to get enough of the stuff in there. And this love really ain't working. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, but there's a lot to make up. Make two here. Okay. And you can garnish it with cilantro leaf, maybe a little bit of sour cream, like a dab of sour cream. And you actually do have some sour cream here. And there you go. Ceviche and cucumber cups.
Very nice.
Any questions?
Any questions for Chris?